Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, son of a biscuit eater. Oh. 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 Let's see. Hello there. I was looking through a folder of mine and I forgot some of these things go back to I guess around the first year I was here, or whenever I got the folders and started writing some stuff back then. So some of it's like 4 or 5 years back. I don't know. Not all of it's dated or anything. There's some stuff from 2023. So let's see, couple of years. Anyway, how's you cutting, lad? Oh, it's all right. It's raining right now. But I'm doing pretty good, I think. I started off today with a chipper at a more chipper attitude, or like not that it's been bad, but I've had a little bit of a kind of up and down the past since last week. There's been a little bit of a few days when I've gotten up and it's started off a little rough, or maybe it starts off. I just woke up in a better, happier thought pattern today, and I'll take that anytime. Oh yeah, you can hear the rain. Uh, it's not so loud. Well, when I'm talking, and I'm kind of loud anyway. Uh, but I tried to go live for a minute. I was how bad is it? Here, give me a second. It's not real bad. Like, I mean, it's coming down right now. But earlier, like, it just started a little bit ago. Uh, let's see. Can you see out there? Like, it's a nice steady rain right now. Uh, like no. We've been needing it anyway. It's been raining off and on for. It started like a day or so ago, like the night before last. It started sometime, and then kind of rained most of the night into the day. Then yesterday it was kind of like off and on, or like it kind of stopped for a while, and then it's came back in through the night. Let me see what let me get this back on the thing. I was expecting way worse. No, I'm in I'm in a trailer, and it's a metal roof. Well, like and it's not just that they put like on the trailer. It's not just hitting the normal trailer roof. Somebody, I guess, at some point put like a actual tin top roof about this far up. Like it's got the normal roof, but then they put tin on it that has a slight slope, so the water comes off at the angle. It reminds me of when I grew up, like before, like when I was about 4 years old, I'd go up the road to my aunts, like I'd be out at my granny's house, but right up the road was my aunt Lena Mae, and her house was a tin roof, and when it would rain, man, it was like it was a lot louder than this because it was actually the roof itself was tin, and that boy, and back then that was an older house too, like older than this trailer probably. Now the other day it was pretty bad. Like when it came in the other night, it was a lot of thunderstorm type stuff and everything, and like high winds and everything. But I I've like I said, I got up with a starting the day off like a normal day, but I didn't get around to making my video till a little later than I have been doing it a lot earlier, and but I just felt good. I mean, I was oh yeah, probably. I'd say at 65 years old, at some point there'd been some shit done to it. Like if someone over the years, even a house at 65 years old, at some point probably had some sort of remodeling or something done to it, tweaked here and there. I'd say, like if I owned my own shit and I owned it for that long, at some point there'd have to be some kind of stuff that happened that. Okay, see you, man. Appreciate it. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Hey, hit that like button if you can. Now, don't listen to me. Don't do anything. Yeah, I will be enjoying the rain. Well, if you would, yeah. I didn't mean to be a commander. But I was telling Templar, yeah, I'm gonna try to get back on a routine of this week. Every time I've tried, I felt a little off. Today, I feel like I can do this and stay on here and not feel awkward and shit. So I'm rolling with it right now. And I never know how long I'll go on, so I just went solo through the YouTube app. Okay, guys, you have a good one though, Templar. But I was I see that someone else might be watching. So, but I'm looking through an old notebook I have. Some of the stuff, I guess this was from 2023. Well, some of it is. Yeah, but I don't know when. I at some point I started writing stuff that I had wrote on X into this notebook. But I'm assuming this is probably okay. Just making sure I ain't missing somebody. If you'd said something in the chat or tried to, I want to make sure I see it if I have my eyes off for a minute. Inner workings of light are necessary for the coming plight. Search the stars of the night, refining of spiritual sight. Strengthen the relationship with divine to hone in our reasons for our living design. Every moment is a unique trip. Oh yes, we're already on the ship. Sails are cast as we leave behind the anchors of our past, building strength to be able to last. When it's time for the dispelling of the elite swine, they shall fall, and when they call out, it will not be heard. No matter how loud they shout, they cannot escape their fate. For them, it is too late. I just had forgot that at some point a few years ago, every once in a while I'll start kind of playing with writing that rhymes. Like a lot of the times when I just sit down and write, and I'm not talking about trying to write a story, but just creative writing in general, a lot of it just comes out stream of consciousness, and it's not like I'm not intentionally thinking of a rhyme. But sometimes I like to see what I can do, because if you don't do it a lot, but I get in those kicks. So, and when I'm trying to like write something in the moment, like improvisation, like when I try to just come up with words, whether I'm playing on a bucket or I'm trying to use this little kit that was sent to me, this tiny kit, or I'm just trying to I might just be here by myself doing nothing, not online or anything, and just making up words and singing or saying them out loud, seeing how it sounds. Let's see. And anyway, I found this in here though, and it's interesting because like in the past month or so, when I got kind of into trying to see what I can do with drawing, I've been playing around with the idea of like a portal opening up in the sky and people kind of being like floating up into it, sucked up in there. Oh yeah, the Misfits. Hey, what's up, Swill Billy? I remember when you stopped by, and I remember. Hold on a minute. Let's see. It's been a little bit back. I remember. Well, you've stopped by a couple of times, but I remember you having to remind me about a song, an AI song. Anyway, it's good to see the name again and see you pop up here. Yeah, Misfits. But I was talking about like I'd found this thing that I wrote, I guess, at some point. A hole rips open in the sky. Masses of people begin floating upward towards it. Panic strikes as doom becomes apparent. All grids begin shutting down one after another. And it made me. I wrote this. I had to wrote this description of something a few years ago, but in the past few months, as I've kind of got into trying to see what I can do visually with like drawing. I've never been like a really good artist, but I've never put a lot of time into trying to do it. Even now, when I sit down and do a little bit of something, it's like pretty quick and just like, you know. But I like to do it. Let's see. Yeah, no worries, dude. Thanks, man. Good to see you. Oh, okay. Making sure I keep up with anything you say. Let's see here. So, like I was saying, I was looking through, this notebook, and I found I was on X live there for a minute, and I was smoking a little something, and just kind of like, I think one or two people might have been watching, or one person was, but nobody was chatting. And I was just going through the notebook and reading stuff, and then looking to see if anybody was around. And here's something though: the dying bride I never met, an undying sun, SON, that never left. Crisp air bringing somber whispers of lost days. Weeping souls hold dear to the coming shift. Lift one another and share in your gifts. I can hear thunder. Today is all there can be and nothing more. So take hold and begin in this moment to soar. And as we do let out a roar, let them know you will not fear or buckle under, even during their attempts to spread us asunder. Leave the tyrants to ponder while we wait for their complete blunder. Anyway, no, okay. Yeah, well, it's been raining, and I was like, when I started, it was raining harder. You could hear it on the roof, and well, if you've seen the chat, you can see that Templar's monk heard the rain, and then asked how bad it was, and I turned the camera around and showed him outside. It was just a steady rain. It's just I'm in a trailer, and then it's not just the trailer roof. It's got an actual tin roof that's been added on. So you can kind of, like, if it's raining, even just a good steady hard rain, like, but it's kind of subsided now. And but I wasn't hearing thunder while it was raining. Now I just heard it a little bit in the distance. Before I went live, I meant to look and see what they were saying because I knew we were going to have like off and on. From what I understood, like it's like going to be kind of like a off and on percentage throughout the day. Like some hours of the day we might have like 50 or 60% chance of rain and have more of it, and then there'll be other times it might be dropped down to 20% or something. But it's going to be pretty kind of depending on where you're at, I guess. And I think as we go into tonight, it's going to be even more like that. I think even into tomorrow. I don't know when it starts to maybe clear up. It might be tomorrow that I'm hoping so. I'm trying to keep myself. I'm trying to think of something to share here. Oh, okay. Swedish War Mapper. War Mapper. Oh, War Mapper. Okay, hi. What's up? Yes, well, Billy, I don't remember if we had discussed where you were at, and if you had, because I couldn't think. But I know that, I know Cincinnati's Ohio, but I know my friend in Oklahoma, they're starting to get storms again. I think it started last night for her. She had a bunch of bad storms a few days ago, and then it kind of stopped for a few days. We started the other night, and then hers just started last night. But they're going through, I think, some turn on donations. Yeah, I forget shit constantly too. I don't have. That's weird that you said that, Swedish War Mapper, because I Vijay Vijay VJ. But anyway, Kumar. Yeah, it's like I know what it's. I know what it's. I know what the VJ is. Oh, never mind. I thought it was. I thought it was a name that someone made up to be making me say something funny. VJ Kumar. Okay. Anyway, so Swedish War Mapper asked if I could turn on donations. Normally, normally I would have put in the I would put in the chat my Cash App or my PayPal, and I just went straight live today. Like I didn't take the time to schedule it for a few minutes ahead so I could come into the chat and type it out. And if you really need or want to send me something or send something, I can write down and hold it up. Anyway, I'm not trying. It'll be okay if we don't get that done though. I just wanted to be here for a minute. Yeah, Vijay Kumar. Oh, okay. I don't know how I do that. I don't know if I have the ability to do that through YouTube. Yeah, you don't know your PayPal account. Okay. I thought they were usually. Well, I don't know if it is or not, but like mine's just an email address. Is my PayPal? Like I didn't know that for a long time, even though until I started using it. So I don't know if I'm able to do that on here. Because I think I have to have so many. If you're talking about like a super chat or something, I haven't reached the. I haven't reached the. You have to have a certain amount of hours, and then you can unlock certain things, and that's what I'm trying to work on. To where like I don't have to put a Cash App or a PayPal in the chat or tell somebody that. So I don't know how. I don't think I have that ability to allow you to. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't think. Sanskar Patel. Hello. Are you also from? Well, I mean, I don't know. Oh, and VJ, I don't have money like that. I'm not making money yet doing YouTube. So, like, if I live on a monthly check right now, like I've been living like that for years. I do YouTube to try to connect with people and share a positive message, and I share my walk in life. Sometimes it's boring, sometimes it's, I guess, interesting. I don't know. Yeah, San Scarlet Pet. No, I understand. Swedish war mapper. The only way I could do that is if, and it sound. I mean, I don't know. Are you in? Your name doesn't always mean that you maybe you're not in Sweden. I don't know, but I was assuming that maybe you are Swedish war member. I like the name though. Are you actually like? Are you talking about like you map out like historical wars? Like, well, I mean, thanks. I actually like that. I appreciate that. Hold on. Okay, yeah, okay. So you like if you were okay, not based on real, but it, say if you were into role playing, you could map out a war, but like not, it don't even have to be role playing. Okay, but no, I like that reference to Harry Potter. Like, I mean, a lot of people say I'm like kind of a wizard or whatever. I actually consider myself that, not meaning any Harry Potter bullshit or that I can, you know, snap my finger and make something happen. To me, a wizard's just somebody that thinks outside the box and knows that reality or what we think is reality isn't really what reality is. Like the physical world is not all there is. Okay, cool, Swedish war mapper. Hey, look, I appreciate that. Like I said, since you don't, I don't know, because the only way I would be able to get any, like right now, like I said, I don't. I think I have to get a certain amount. I'm not far off. By the end of the year, I might be able to have enough hours done if I keep doing streams a few times a week to where they'll allow me to have like super chats, super stickers, and things like that. So, Sanskar, I hope I'm saying that right. It was good to see you here in the chat. And then if you're still here, BJ Kumar, I assuming that if they're there, they heard me say, you know, like I don't have. I get a lot of people like, you know, like I wish I was, you know, sometimes I wish I was better off in my life that you know, where I was wealthy and I could help more people than I can. But sometimes, you know, there's plenty of times that I'm asking sometimes because it's the weird time of the month. I happen to be doing decent right now. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't. what I'm getting at is, hey, thanks, Adam. Adam, I appreciate that. At least y'all are letting me. You know, I didn't know that I was going to come on here and get. Oh, and I haven't seen Jesus Christ in the chat in a little while. It's good to see Jesus Christ. And guys, don't take me wrong, but I get the sense of humor, and also if we think that Jesus Christ don't have a sense of humor, we it's kind of anyway. I'm not here trying to preach to anybody, but I do appreciate the people being here or whoever's here. Because like some names, like I recognize Jesus Christ. They've been in the chat before, um, and I'm talking about the handle here, but I also mean sometimes the Christ is just here. It is here always. It doesn't matter. You don't have to believe it or not, but and Swillbilly, of course, I do recognize. And then earlier we had and Swedish War Mapper. I'm interested in. It's cool. Uh, how do I? I don't know how to do that. Well, I mean, I can't do that right now. I don't think I'm on a phone. Like I don't know how I would do that without having to end the stream and try to look into the. Oh, I get what you're saying. Like if I added, I'll have to look into it because I mean, I know my PayPal. I just don't. Okay, Swillbilly. So what is he saying? I have to connect my PayPal to my YouTube account, and then if somebody's wanting to pay through YouTube, yeah, I think so too, Adam. Like I'm trying to keep up with what everybody's saying. I realize I can put some messages. Yeah. Well, like anyway, I appreciate so Swillbilly. Okay, so Swedish War Mapper, Swillbilly. How I'm trying to figure out how we do that. Um, and Swillbilly, do you? I'm going to ask you. Do you want? Would you be a moderator? Like, so when I do go live and you happen to catch it, like while you're here in the chat, I can make you one, and then the next time you're in a chat, you're already there, like in case there's a stream. No, I know. I normally put my PayPal in the chat a lot of times. A lot of times, if I'm going through the YouTube app, I'll schedule a few minutes ahead so that I can go into my own chat. Right now, I can't. Or if I was using Restream, I could type it in there. Okay. Uh, did I do that yet? I don't know. Manage an operator. Okay, the next time you type, it should have a wrench beside it. But I'm trying to figure out because my PayPal is my Gmail. Actually, I added it in the description of this live. Like if you were to look, like if you were to look at the description underneath, I have the Cash App and my PayPal written there. I just remembered that. I just did that instead of like taking the time to, because I wasn't using Restream today because I didn't know. To me, like using Restream, but when I'm just by myself and gonna just go. I'm off. It's 5:52 a.m. It's Anzac Day in Australia, and my family is off to the war memorial to show respect to the fallen. Okay, hey Adam. Okay, that's what you're going to do. Okay, I'll have to look that up. Anzac or Anzac? That's interesting. I'm assuming that's a holiday to celebrate for people that have been in the wars and of your. Hey, did you Swibilly type something? Make sure that wrench went on there. Okay, so you're fixing to head out. Okay, Swibilly, we got the wrench there. Oh, I must have done that earlier. Shit. I did that on the other one, dude. I went live and did it, and then I messed up. Okay. I'll tell you, this is going to show up backwards, though, isn't it? I don't know how I do it. All my PayPal, it's simply LEMINGJASON at gmail.com. It's like my legal last name and then my legal first name. It's like, but LEMINGJASON. Oh, wait, no. It's LEMINGJASON 73 at gmail.com. Sorry about that. I just remembered there's a 73 at the end of it. I feel stupid because what's up, Self-Destruct? It's good to see you. And Mila is here. Hey, how's it going? Few people have Swedish War Map. Yeah, I'll see about going live tomorrow. Swedish War Mapper, forgive me if I haven't recognized you before. Have you been here before and watched me a couple of times and I just didn't know it maybe? Or are you just now catching it today? Either way, it doesn't matter. And then Adam Butler, respect my man. I look forward to chatting again. Oh, well, I mean, the reason I was given the PayPal information was because Swedish War Mapper asked me to turn on donations, and I don't think I have that ability right now. Like, he can donate through YouTube, and then he told me I needed to connect my PayPal to it. Normally, I would have had my Cash App and my PayPal in the in here, but I didn't. Earlier, I tried to go live, it goofed, and then when I went live just now, I just went, screw it, let's just go. I didn't give it time, I didn't schedule it or nothing. Okay, Swedish. No, I'm saying I go live several times a week. Sometimes it's almost every day. It just depends on what's going on. And but Self-Destruct, I just wanted to. I've already said hi to him, but guys, and Destruct anyway. Destruct, would you take a wrench? So if there's any times that I'm just here solo and you do happen to be here, if you're there still, I'm saying, would you be a moderator? So in the future, if I'm just doing a solo stream and like you're not a guest on here, and I happen to have like a good busy chat going, you can help kind of keep things, just let me know. I don't mean to. Well, I'm trying to think about it while I'm using the YouTube app as far as giving wrenches. And Adam, I appreciate it. I guess you're saying you got my. You wrote down what I had said. Did you hear me self-destruct? I'll go ahead and do that. I just went ahead and did it anyway. Oh, you gave me an answer as I was doing it. I had no clue that I was going to come on here, and I got to tell you, man, like I hadn't really been like comfortable doing lives in the past few days. Like this week's been weird to me. Like not as weird as last week. Last week was a little weirder. There was some strange shit going on, or I felt like there was just odd feelings that didn't need to be there, and had no clue why they were there. And then several other people, asked that question. I asked the question on X last week, like in a post, and several people kind of said their take. Oh yeah. So is it raining where you're at too? It's raining here. Did you see? But I appreciate it, Adam. Anything that if. Did you see that though? Destruct. We've had Adam is from Australia. He had to take off. He was gonna go. I guess they're gonna spend today. Giving honor to the fallen ones in wars and stuff. And then Swedish War Mapper is new to me also, but they seem really interesting. Oh, okay, thanks. I'll be messed up if I did it wrong. Oh wait, oh gosh. It's can you take that down? It's 43 instead of 73. Are you still there, Adam? I don't think Adam left. I think he was going to Adam. I told y'all wrong. Boy, I'm screwing everything up today. So instead of Lemming Jason 73, it's Lemming Jason 43. Son of a freaking bitch, me. And look, I get all closer. I got weird because. Thanks, Swill Billy. Shit. Oh shit! It might be time to. I think the rain here is stopped for a moment. The rain that we were having just a minute ago. No, I can hear a little bit of something. Like it's just not like it was. It's just it's like it's when I paused there for a second, I could hear it. Man, I don't know if Adam got it wrong. And I wonder if Swedish War Mapper, anyway, you're about to put it in there. And if Adam, I just hate it because Adam said, I don't know if he meant today, but if he heard me, I told it wrong. And so if he tries it today and he's already gone, it won't go, he'll find out that it's, anyway, it's not all about that. I'll be all right either way. Cause I'm to the good still. So Destruct, you said, you've been working. Like I noticed I had not seen you like really active in a few days. And then I noticed today you'd said you'd been working a couple of jobs and came back to some bullshit. Nicholas. I'm gonna fire one up, guys. Or well, it's already been fired up, but I'm gonna take a few. But anyway, oh, are you Swibbly? Okay, but like if you want to add that in there, let me see if basically anybody that was seeing the anybody that saw what I told you, if anybody's listening, when I said it was LEMINGJASON, okay, you put a 43 instead of a 73. So, and then at Gmail, and that would be my PayPal if someone's. Because the reason I'm talking about it self destruct is a couple of people were asking for a way to send a couple of dollars or something today, and I don't have it in the chat. And Harpreet Arts, hello there. How you doing? Is it Harpreet? Okay, thanks, Little Billy. I guess it always pays out. See, almost every time that I go live, whether I'm going to have the link and share it to somebody and see if a guest will come on. Oh, my Cash App is $ Greycloudyday 73. That's my Cash App. The Lemming 43 at Gmail is my PayPal. Trust me, guys. The next time I do this, whether I'm going through the YouTube app, well, if I had just, this might be the reason I need to use Restream, even if I'm just going to go solo and not even try to share a link with anybody. It's just if I'm going to use Restream, I kind of want to have maybe use it because someone else is going to come on. You know what I mean? Like if I'm going to use, anyway, self-destruct. Like if I'm going to use Restream, I want to be able to post it ahead of time a little bit, even if it's just 30 minutes or an hour ahead, set it up through Restream, and then I can post it on X and other places. And then if I want to see if someone wants to come on and it not just be me solo, I can share the link. But if I'm not going to do that and I'm just going to be kind of by myself, I thought there's no reason to use Restream. Yeah, that's it. And then, but you get what I'm saying? And then let me see what's his name said real quick. Oh, Harpreet Arts. Me personally, I'm from the South, United States. You know, I was born in, my physical body was born in Tennessee. Currently, I reside in Alabama. I've been here about 6 years, almost. Before that, I lived in North Carolina. Yeah, I never know, dude. Today's kind of a fluke destruct. It's like because Mr. or self destruct. If you'll remember when you and Ben came on that day, there was quite a few people in the chat that day, and we were going through Restream. He wasn't noticing it for a long time because I think he had came on through X and hadn't really paid attention to. He wasn't seeing the like. Remember that? What's that for? Harpreet Arts. I was just saying, you know, but I lived like in North Carolina, a little small town, for about 11 years, off and on, and then. But I've kind of been. I feel sometimes, you know, I've been just kind of biding my time and being here right now till otherwise noticed. Now I've just recently heard about because I mean, I like it all right here, but there is a couple of places down the road that are just a little bit more than what I'd be paying here, and probably nicer. I mean, they might not be. It'd be a fresh start, but it's a little anyway. I ain't really worried about it. I figured it'll all work out. Yeah, but what I was saying, self-destruct, is it kind of hits for me. I said it really doesn't depend if it don't matter to me if I'm using, Because there's plenty of times I've came straight through the YouTube app and be here. Like I think it was just the other day I did, and there was like one person, like, and they didn't even say anything. Like I got on and I stayed on for a minute or how a little bit. I don't remember exactly, but it was kind of like an awkward time. And there was one or two people, and they watched, and maybe one person said something. And it was like, I think a lot of it just has to do, like, especially if I'm just going random during the middle of the day. You never know what day of the, like, depends on the day of the week, the time of the day, shit like that, you know. Hey, what's up, Betty? Oh, Betty Spaghetti. How you doing? I feel like I just went blank there for a second. I'm pretty good, Betty. I'm having a weird, like, I don't know. Oh, okay. It was weird, like, your little, the picture wasn't coming up for a second. Making some toast, okay. I'm doing pretty good. Okay, self destruct is here. Had a phone call watching on mobile. What's up, chat? Not much. Betty's with us. Betty Spaghetti. Yeah, thanks, Will Billy. You know, like it's just that last week I had a few days of just weird feelings, and I was talking about this a minute ago, and like talking about I felt like there was some strange energies going on, just different shit going on that I couldn't place and put my thumb on it, and then yeah, like I was seeing your name, but then your picture wasn't there, and it was just black. And then all of a sudden, the picture started coming up. It was like weird, like the avatar or whatever. And but yeah, you know, because I was getting pretty comfortable with doing streaming and everything, and then all of a sudden, I had these weird few days. But I still streamed some, but like it was sometime over the weekend. It seemed like last weekend that like something got off for me. And I think like, and then it's something like nobody else will know what I'm talking about. But Destruct is, I follow me and him follow each other on X, and we were in like I was in a little like private, but it was like a connected DM group, and I left it this past week like for a few days, and like I was just like feeling weird, dude, and like I mean I'm back in there now, but like I was just saying like yeah, sometimes the first it wasn't like anything that anybody had done. I just was like, man, I'm just gonna like. Actually, I was overthinking myself, you know, over like thinking that I am doing too much, I'm sharing too much, I'm saying too much, or whatever, and I don't know where that shit came from. But yeah, I'm putting this little thing here, this little yeah, like you know, like, and sometimes I know, like when I'm thinking that way, destruct. I know that it's probably not that way. It's like it's me. It's like it's a glitch in my head. But the only way that it helped, the only way for me to correct, like to get out of that place, is to maybe step back from it or take a different route. Or also, what I'm trying to work on is pace myself a little. Yeah, the internet is like waves. Yeah, it's like I just know that I'm today. I felt more comfortable when I woke, like started the day than I have felt in the past several days. Not that I haven't had good days in the past few days, but today just was like. And yesterday ended that way. I went on like a walk yesterday towards the latter part of the day, and on that walk, I remember going, oh, yeah, thanks. And it was like the presence, I felt the presence so strongly that I had not felt it that way in a while, or at least a certain amount of time. And I couldn't tell you how many days or how long it had been, but I felt the presence like so overwhelmingly that it was just like I was so tickled and I had some kind of, it was just like in the moment. And I was like, yeah, yeah. I was like, thanks. Awesome. Like I couldn't, it's like I can't describe it. And that continued into this morning, like it was like just a good feeling, like something I'd been doing or not doing had kept me from like maybe feeling it as much as I know that I have felt it at times. And yeah, sometimes you catch a bad wave. Yeah. So I'm thinking, for future reference, I might need to use Restream, whether I'm gonna try to get anybody on and be, because like I don't know. It's just I'm still learning all that, and it's like I didn't know if how long I was gonna stay on, and then if I'm gonna see if somebody else wants to come on. I at least want to stay on as long as I am right now. But sometimes when I'm by myself, like right now, it's just me, and I just did it the way I did it because I don't have to do it every time that way. So I'm just like trying to pace myself and get comfortable with being back, trying to navigate and talk with people. Oh, but I started this morning off like when I did finally decide to start. I started by reading like I sat on my bed and I finished up Kolga, Biofield Kolga. I was talking about a comic book. Yelled at a good friend streamer today, and now I feel bad. He was pissing me off for a while though. Oh hell. Well, it's gonna happen. I think. Even the people that we tend, people that we think we get along with the best, sometimes we're not gonna always gonna get. There's gonna be days, but figure as long as people are reasonable, that's cheers there. Yeah, the moody internet. What I was trying to say though is, I found this little thing a while back, like a few years ago, and like I think one of the trailers after someone had moved out, and like it was being cleaned out. It was a little like, or no, I don't remember. I found it actually at like it was a drop off place with it had a bunch of notebooks and stuff, and this was a little sketchbook, and it had a couple little things in it. Like this is something someone else did, whoever owned it before, but there wasn't. There were a bunch of blank pages. I got it to write in, but then, the other day I decided to start using it for smaller pictures. And then I drew that. I posted that the other day, which I guess is a werewolf or a weird hybrid of a Wookiee from Star Wars and something else. I really don't know what the hell it is. It's just a hairy faced creature, I guess. Then I posted these earlier today. I tried to recreate a picture, out of the Gorillas Volume 4, which I finished it this morning too. Then there was a tank I was looking at. Now this is not meant to look like the tank in the picture that I looked at. It just inspired me to want to draw a tank. So let me see what he said. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I always try to I try to say over and over that I am not actually. I've never consider myself like an artist. I don't say I'm an artist, although I have an artistic mind and I am a creative. When things are going good, I do like to create. So, you know, I don't know when it was back, however many months back, that I really just said, hell, I guess, even if it's just a little bit every week, a few times a day, it's not every day, but if it's just a few moments, a few times out of the week, out of a few days, that I sit and consciously go, I'm either going to come up with something out of my head or I'm going to look at something and go, let me see how well I can draw this. It's fun. And it's an outlet to like create, like to stir energy in the right direction rather than to just be doing nothing or consuming something online. I'd rather be doing that than nothing or consuming too much. Then I did the little goofy, long-legged, short-legged. For some reason, I'm back into wanting to make. I drew a little, but so I'm kind of like excited that I started the day off. I started off before I even thought about doing my devotional video with reading a couple of comics, and then I got cleaned up and everything, got myself cleaned up. Then I did the video, and then it was like, then I did a little drawing and, kind of just, well, I did one sketch before I even did, my daily video. Yeah, like the more I do it, whether it be messing around with drawing or even just writing, like either one of those, or actually, working on this, using this little toy. It ain't a toy, but this little tiny drum kit that Mike Maranatha had sent to me. Like I don't get on it every single day, but a few times out of the week since it got here last week or whatever, I've found myself having fun with it. I'm exploring with it. It's something new, it's like, and then today I was going through, an old notebook and finding stuff I wrote 2 or 3 years ago. And, like going, okay. Because I've been knowing I needed to do this. So next week when I get paid, I plan on probably buying 2 or 3 new notebooks and taking like everything that I have dated and that was like kind of from anything that I have in a notebook that I wrote on X and then screenshot it. Like I didn't write it on paper first. I stream of consciously, like in the stream of conscious moment, I wrote something out, typed it out on X, screenshot it because that's the only way I would have it. Then later I'd take those screenshots and I write them into a notebook. So I need to get all of the different things together that I have dated, and then I wrote X beside it. So I know I want to do a collection into one notebook from all these several different notebooks I have, where I've started some and done to the end of one and then had to start a new one. But try to get it all and rewrite them all into one notebook and title it, something. So yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, they're up. When I screenshot them, I usually copy the text and then share it over on the community on YouTube also, or sometimes I share the screenshot from the post on X, but then I write them into here. Once I get situated in the next month or two with the new device, I'm gonna figure out and have either even if it's just a decent tablet with a key, like I want something to have a keyboard on it so I can do a little, like I'm not a typist, I don't know, I'd be pecking, but I will be able to do some stuff and try to put it into some files and shit. And get, so whether it be a computer or a tablet or something, where maybe I have a little more storage space and more like fucking, I mean, I have the cloud and everything, but I'm talking about like on a hard drive or something. So that, and then one, like I had that opportunity last year given to me, and I squandered that. So it's like here I have again built up my own set. Like I've got things kind of rolling again spiritually and mentally. I feel like I'm on the right path, or I'm staying on course the best I can. And I see myself, okay, hey, you can get back you can get something going again and get one of the one way or another. I'm going to have something that'll help me do better work for what it is I'm trying to do. Because if I'd like to design a couple of things to maybe put on like some merchandise to where like not to make money necessarily, but just where if somebody's wanting to support the channel, they can buy something like a shirt or stickers or whatever it is that we've come up with. I do gardening and show art and like to take pictures, like the short feature, because it's a good creative and emotional outlet for me. I see that for you too. Like I like how it's weird because I see some creators on YouTube talk about shorts as if it's like a burden to them, and I think it's just another. Like some people, I get it. Like there's like for me, like some of my shorts get lots of views. A lot of them do. Like as here recently, I'm noticing a good influx of views on the shorts, where the videos are, like the longer form videos are not. But that's not. It's neither here or there. I'm not trying to do it that way. I figure whatever works best for someone, and whatever someone catches, if it brings them to the channel and they happen to subscribe and then catch a couple of the real videos that I put out, and if not, no big deal either. Because there are some channels I watch where I might not watch a lot of their videos, but I catch a lot of their shorts. Then there's some channels that don't do but one style or the other. Oh, hey, Leslie. Yeah, yeah, I get what you're saying, like monologuing. Yeah. Like, I'm comfortable with turning on the camera and reading from a devotional, or even if I just have a thought and I just want to talk about something. But where I'm trying to get even more comfortable is doing the live streams, because here it's like we're at least in real time. Like today's stream has been unusually just really, it's been a lot. It's been a busier stream than I've had in a few days, and I think a lot of it's just the timing. Like we were talking about this earlier, I said I think the time of day, what day it is. You know, when you're doing a stream in the middle of the day, there's a lot of people that are working, or a lot of people that are at school or whatever they're doing. A lot of times you don't see a lot of streams go on until later in the afternoon or later at night. But I don't really. I'm just going with my own schedule. I'm more comfortable talking like this. Okay. Oh, Leslie Stover. Okay. I used to. I think she's talking about Leslie Stover. I think she's talking about doing monologuing. Right, Betty. Like if you were me in front of the camera trying to talk to me in the chat, you would it would be harder for you than it. But I don't know. I'm trying to think about last year when I started being able to do streams or realized I could. Oh yeah, I get you. I think it would probably depend on where you're at and what channel you go on. Like, why is I'm getting? Ugh. Hold on, guys. There's something. Okay. Let me check the time too. Like I don't even remember what time it was when we went live, but I'm just making sure that like I don't have anything scheduled that I have to do per se. There is something out for delivery today, so I do have another. I have another graphic novel cut, or what? I don't know if it's a graphic. It's not technically a graphic novel, but that's what they consider them now. It's more of like I think a collection, and I can't even tell you. All I know is it's a character from 2000 AD comics who is the British English company that did the Judge Dredd and everything. So it interested me, and it's based on a character that was like in the. It's set in that world, but it's like in like on the outskirts of the cities and like a western. The character looks like western. I always like those type of comics, so I'm interested in it. Yeah, I'm not as comfortable just talking to the camera like you. Yeah, well, sometimes it's like I said, sometimes I'm not. Like I think y'all can tell when I'm more like today. I've been really just like, but also it helps when like if I'm recording something, it's different. When I'm live, I get uncomfortable when there's not any. When I first go live and let's say nobody shows up for a minute, like there's 10 or 15 minutes and I'm just there by myself trying to figure out what do I do with this space of time till somebody shows up. And then if some, yeah, I don't know. Are you talking, well, I like the last one a lot. The one from the 90s or whatever was okay, but like, oh, Leslie, okay. That's cool. Thanks for stopping by. Like, it was like might be the weather or something. The weather been kind of bad in different places. I don't know. It it was raining here earlier. Yeah, I was trying to, but yeah, the because I'm a fan of the comics from back when I was younger, and then I also have a like a couple of things that I got in the past few years, like a couple of old copies from eBay, and then like a collected edition of from whenever IDW comics had done. But I really enjoyed the last one they did that was just called Dread because it was more like graphic and like. Oh, okay, you got wildfires going on. That's New Jersey, isn't it? Did y'all see where Britain's ramping up to be spraying the damn sky, which they already sprayed the sky, but they're going to be trying to block out sunlight, which you already know that Bill Gates was talking about that a few years ago. Like they've done been testing it out. They want to spray the damn skies and make it more dark in the sky. I think there's going to be some kind of showdown in the next few years. I don't think I know, but you know. Yeah, yeah, because like it's well, they claim it's under the guise to fight climate change. I already commented on something about it when I saw it. Well, I knew that they'd been wanting to do this for a long time because if you hadn't remember, but several years ago, Bill Gates was talking about this, wanting to devise something where they pretty much kind of put something up over to keep out sunlight, supposedly for our own benefit to save the earth. And I have my own thoughts about it. I've heard other people refer to it this way, and if you think about it, it's kind of true. It's almost as if they're terraforming the planet for some other creature or type of being that needs the atmosphere to be a certain way. It's either that or it's also they know that sunlight is very beneficial to us, to our creation, to us, you know, in life. And you're talking about people that are a death cult anyway. So, like when you talk about elites and shit, it's like we're okay. Let's say theories. It's all theories, whatever. But you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But you can find something that's going on now. It's a current headline about Britain is set going forth with about to start like over there sometime in the next few months or whatever. They're gearing up to start this to begin doing some shit, spraying into the sky with some stuff to block out sunlight. I don't know how dark it'll be, how much sunlight, whatever the hell, but right? Yeah, destruct. You get what I'm saying? But I was saying theories because I realized I started talking down that rabbit hole, and we are on YouTube, and I'm pretty far into this, but you get what I'm saying? I'm not going to back away from what I kind of for myself. It's not like I went down the rabbit hole that deep, but I know what I know without even having to study any of it. Like I've known a lot of stuff for a long time and just hadn't thought about it. It's just become more of a prominent thing nowadays. It's all over the place. It's like a lot of that shit's like slapping us in the face, and it's almost like trying to insult our intelligence. You know what I mean? Like, hey, look at what we're fucking doing, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. That's the way it looks. But the true victor is only the victor because they play as if they can't do anything about it. Because what better way to actually do something about it than to pretend you can't for the longest until the time comes where you're put in position where you can do something about it. And then you act, you do what you're supposed to do. Thanks for being here. Yeah, more than so. I don't know who has them. But I think in the next, like, I'm not too concerned about, like, okay, hey, Leslie, internet got better. Yeah, and have y'all seen recently in the past week? I saw, have you seen, well, I saw, like, I watch a channel called Redacted. I've shared something with you, Betty, about it, something about Under the Pyramids before. But Redacted had somebody, they had they have a video and they had a live stream about where you can find the U.S. government has basically come out admitting they can manipulate time and space. And then they showed a video, Redacted actually showed a video where they were admitting to being able to alter time and space and manipulate it. But they chose, like it's talking about so many years ago, they chose to halt progress with this technology or some shit. I don't know. Pretty cool. Yeah, Redacted is, yeah. So if you haven't seen it, you can go back in the past probably 7 or 10 days, and they had some information. And I imagine you can look it up and find it everywhere or now. Well, I don't know, because Redacted was covering something. Okay, you saw that, yeah. China brags if they have rainy day during. Oh, yeah. God dang it. Yeah, well, CERN, has been going on for a long time. I talked about this a while back, too, because someone brought it up in a chat, and I was like, and when I brought it up, they were really excited because I kind of was like, I went, well, but they've had the ability, which, yeah, if you go watch, like, they were showing a video of a plane, they had, and it's got these orbs flowing around it that is like technology they're using to teleport the plane through time and space. And they show a video of it, and then the dude is talking about how it works. That what it's doing is it's taking time, it's shrinking the space in between from point A to point B. So when you're doing that, it's shortening the time that it takes to get there. So you're literally warping fucking space and time at that moment. Yeah, CERN is like self-destruct. We need to do that shit. We need to do that stream that we were talking about with that video at some point. I know that you've been busy, so, and it's not something that we have to, but like we should try to, when I end this or something here in a little while, like I'm assuming you haven't been working today because I've seen you active. Oh, and you said it was raining, so, and I think you do like construction, I believe, because you fell a few weeks ago, well, because of some dumbass. See, I keep up with people, man. Yeah, well, we could do a CERN stream too. Okay, Betty, you have a good one. Thanks for being here. I don't know how much longer I'll be on anyway, but probably for a little bit longer. But I'm trying to think of what else I need to get going before like if I end this stream, I'm trying to think of what I'm going to do after I end it. And it's probably going to be, I'm probably going to go through this notebook a little bit more before the day's over. I've got that notebook and another one here. This one's even older, I believe. But the thing is, I don't have dates and shit really on this one, I don't think. Oh. Yeah, Betty, see it, ditto. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, I remember when you was talking about that, because I asked you like the next day or two later how you was feeling. I believe it was the next day after you had posted about it. The next day I was like, how are you feeling after that down? Because like oh, wow, gosh. I got to say I'm glad that I feel better. Or like, I'm going to take, I know that those days come like I've had. Like I can take it easier when I have a reason to feel a certain way. Like if I feel, say, sad and I have certain reasons, like, you know, for instance, when the dog turned up missing the other day. But prior to that, not having any specific reason to understand why I felt weird or sad or down or melancholy, the way I kept explaining it, I don't like that when it's like an uneasy feeling and you can't explain it. It's like shit, you know. But like I said, I'm just rolling with today because I know how I've had a few off weird feeling days last week, and then, you know, little big girl has been missing, and well, she's gone, and then I've gotten through that a little bit, but you know, it's still. Like I said, anything I do that's creative during the day helps me. And so and I believe as we go into the evening we're gonna have even more rain and stuff. So let me see if oh, excuse me. Well, I feel kind of groggy too. Like I had ate an edible yesterday, you know, like a gummy yesterday, and I also had like one of those the shots that not alcoholic shot, but you know, with the D9, and so when I went down last night and found myself sleeping. I was sleeping pretty good for like most of the night. Kind of, like I said, I took my time this morning getting going. I've been going a lot earlier, like getting up and going like video, boom, clean, do this, that, and that, cook, boom, boom. But I'd started a little later and then did a few things before I did the video and all that kind of stuff. Oh, you went mushroom hunting. Yeah, and I know you're. I used to love to just do that, like when it, like just looking like when the weather's a certain way and stuff, like in it, like I'll tell you my one of my favorite things to see when you find them is those. Have y'all ever spotted those? What do they call them? Fairy circles, and it's when like there'll be like the mushrooms grow in a ring, and the folklore is that when you see that, like if you get up in the morning time and you see in someone's yard or some field and you see a ring of mushrooms where they're growing pretty much in a circle, like the folklore is that the fairies were dancing there that night or that evening or earlier or that morning, sometime or another. I used to love like occasionally I still like sometimes I'll there'll be a little fairy circle out in the yard occasionally. What are you saying? I need to pull up a black church vid. Your problem is witches. It's powerful. Funny thing, I believe I was digging a grave for a pet first time I ever caught the churg. You talking about the church? The church live preacher died 2 days before. You're trying to describe a. I'm trying to figure out what. So you're saying there's a video you need to pull up and share or something at some point. Oh, I remember one time there was a snow day at school, and I knew about this old ass graveyard that like all these trees were growing up in it. Nobody went there anymore. Like some of the graves dated all the way back, like to the Revolutionary War. We didn't know that at the time, but I knew there were Civil War graves there. And my brother had found teeth, and like they had been over there at that graveyard, and that's how I'd heard about it through them talking about it. And like they had discovered where someone had dug up like an old grave, or part of it was dug up, and my brother had like a couple of teeth from something I don't know, but like my mom had them. You know, my brother died at 19, but so hearing all this, and it was like fascinating. And so we were like in, I want to say like fifth grade or something, and it was like a snow day. So we were out of school, and me and several of the boys that we all hung out and rode bikes and collected comics and all that kind of shit and fucking whatever. Uh, I talked up. I said, "Let's go." So we took off that day on a venture. You know, took a shovel and water, like snacks and everything we needed to go, and we were gonna go, and we thought we were gonna go do what I thought my brother and them had done. You know, or was like we were gonna go find this graveyard, and because I'd found it. Oh yeah, okay, I got what you're saying. Oh okay. Well, I know that. Well, sometimes there's times that some of that stuff's going on that. I mean, I have every so often I have to remember to put up like it's good for me to do to revert back to some things that I know work for me. Doing like kind of a perimeter cleansing and then cleansing myself, doing certain spending some quiet time. Like first part of the day, like I wasn't listening to any music. I wasn't on my phone. I was just like cooking some shit and doing some things, and I was listening to whatever sounds were coming from outside, like the birds and stuff, and just being like in a zone. That was pretty good. But there's times that I let my defenses down. There's all kinds of different things that can alter the, you know. Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here for. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Because the internet, like, I mean, I wrote something the other day like that about that. Like being lonely. Sometimes I get on the internet, and sometimes the internet can take my energy, or like I'm using it, I think, correctly sometimes, but I'm overusing it sometimes, and it's like a draining force at times. It can sometimes be utilized, like right now, having this live stream and being able to interact with you. And then if I'd used Restream and you were on here and we were talking back and forth, but even, but but it's easy to fall into a habit sometimes of just like when I'm not streaming or something, and I find myself just like constantly checking X all through the day, or, you know what I mean? Like, 2 or 3 times an hour, fucking going and seeing what's being said on X just because I'm bored, or I think I'm bored, or fucking scrolling through YouTube, and being on the phone in a non-productive way, and at the wrong time of day. Like I've been trying to, like, if I can, not, if I'm online, I'm trying to make some kind of positive post, or be on like my channel streaming or something, if I'm not doing something in real time that's drawing or writing or cleaning or doing some shit like that. But yeah, whew. Well, it's cool because like Betty has talked about that. She had a channel taken down a year or two ago or something, and she had to start back over from scratch on the channel she has now. And I don't know what, but I think I think she had said that I think when that happened, she was maybe discussing some conspiracy theory things, or maybe that was the COVID shit. I don't know what it was exactly, but she was speaking her mind. She was either talking about something, and maybe she wasn't even like saying anything wrong. And you know how that is. Like if we just choose to talk about, say, certain subjects, it might not get banned, but they'll lower, like, your reach goes down, or maybe if you talk about a certain subject, someone doesn't like that subject, or they frown on it, then they complain about it and you get a strike or something. I don't fucking know. Yeah. So I've been doing better, like, I think the thing that made the most sense to me last week when I posted about the strange feelings and thinking that there was some energy off and the weirdness, uh, was the Lord of Hosts. That's what he's going by now, but like he changes his handle a lot. Good dude. He had reached out to me last week and everything, but he said, on X, he said we're coming up on Easter, and he was saying a lot of opposing forces are getting squirrely and like trying to post up, and it made sense. I was like, okay, like, because because what was throwing me off is that I've been doing pretty good the past few months, and then all of a sudden it's like you just get those weird days. But I'm good, and I trudged through it, and I didn't drink, so that was the thing. I kept, thinking. There were several days last week I kept going, I couldn't drink. Yeah, I couldn't drink. Even like I think, I don't know about yesterday, but the day before I know. But I still just put it out of the head. So, and that's just me because like I tend to, when I'm consuming alcohol, I tend to fall off real quick, especially with anything that's responsible. Like you'll see me uploading a lot less and screwing things up and posting less. Or if I'm posting, sometimes it just be me being shitty and pissed off at myself. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here, man, and I think I need to get off here and there's a couple other things I want to read before I decide to call it a day. It's still early, kind of, but we're getting like around 4 o'clock, ain't we? I think. Yeah, we're almost 4 o'clock. I want to get myself in gear to like start maybe reading a few of these things I want to finish up and then put up. Each time to me. Yeah, that is. Hey, let's talk here. Like here in a little while, I might, like on X or something, I'll hit you up or something, and we'll see. It's good talking to you, man. I'm glad you. Thanks for being here, brother. And I'll talk to you soon. Oh, and everybody else, it's been great. And over and out. Sage of the Eternal Moment. Ditto.